Friday from the Astrodome, it's the Buffalo Bills versus the Houston Oilers. Brought to you by Bud Light. Everything else is just a light. By Mazda Cars and Trucks. The more you look, the more you like Mazda value. And by McDonald's. It's a good time for the great taste.
On a day when final playoff spots are being determined around the National Football League, all in other NFL cities, here in Houston in the Astrodome, a couple of teams who started this season with great expectations now wind down to a frustrating close. The Oilers against the Bills. Both teams know there'll be no playoffs for them. They'll be home for the holidays. Hello, everyone. I'm Gary Gerald, along with former NFL head coach Sam Vitigliano. And Sam, I suppose, quite frankly, the question for teams with 4-11 records is, has this season been a waste for these organizations?
Yeah. Well, for the Buffalo Bills, Jim Kelly brings them hope in 1987. On the other hand, Warren Moon casts a shadow of doubt as the Oilers go into the 1987 draft.
Now, Kelly, it's a bit of a homecoming today in Houston. 2 years here in the USFL, played in the Astrodome, had some magnificent performances, and signs of continued improvement in his career in his first NFL season.
Well, 21 touchdown passes, but in the last 7 games, he's only thrown 4 interceptions, which means he's very comfortable, he's seeing the defense clearly, and he's becoming an efficient quarterback in the NFL.
Now, you mentioned the mystery of Warren Moon. If there's really been one bright spot for Houston and Jerry Glanville this year, it's the improvement in the vertical passing game thanks to Givens and Hill.
Well, Givens and Hill have big numbers, but the thing they've done is they've solved the problem because now the Oilers have the capacity to make the big play.
And, of course, for the Houston Oilers, they have won 3 of their last home games consecutively. They have not won 4 in a row at home since 1979. So they're hopeful that they close out this season on a very strong note. Buffalo Bills under Marv Levy, identical 4-11 record coming in, hoping that they can get the 3rd victory since Levy took over some 7 weeks ago. And you see the Bills gathered around their head coach now as we get set to kick it off. Week 16, this is the final go-round for the Oilers and the Bills here in this 1986 season.
I think both coaches are trying to present a climate, Gary, that's going to be the best for 1987. And right now, the best thing that they can do is to win this football game and just put another present under the Christmas tree for both owners.
Houston has won the toss. Houston will be receiving. You saw Jerry Glanville. He's the man all in black there on the sidelines. And Houston down to our left. Scott Norwood has the ball and will be teeing it up, ready to kick off. In the deep spots, Willie Drury, number 82, and Alan Pinkett, the rookie out of Notre Dame, number 20, standing back awaiting this one for the Houston Oilers. Last week, Buffalo disappointed as they got off to a 14-point lead against Indianapolis and then let one get away against the Colts. Ended up losing 24-14. The Bills had only 3 possessions in the second half and couldn't generate any points. Norwood ready to boot it now from the 35. Week 16, the final showdown of the campaign for the Oilers and the Bills is now underway. Driving it to the near side, it is Pinkett who takes it at the 8-yard line. Out across the 30. Penalty marker, however, is down as Pinkett, with a fine return, got out close to the 35-yard line before he was pulled down by Ron Pitts on the special teams. Pitts, incidentally, will be also handling the punt returns today for the Buffalo Bills, as he has the last couple of weeks.
Illegal block.
Ben Drice, our referee today, indicating that the penalty goes against Houston. So this has been one of the major problems for this ball club. In fact, both of these ball clubs this year, an abundance of penalties.
That's right. Houston has 111 over the year, and Buffalo has 118, and they're one of the 2 poorest teams in the league with a great number of penalties. Just like in a situation like this right now, they're on a 10-yard line.
And a look at Warren Moon with that number 1 now in his 3rd NFL season, coming to a close after several brilliant years in the Canadian Football League. Moon, who missed a start 2 weeks ago with a very bad thumb that was injured against Cleveland, came back last week and engineered the victory, and a big one it was, against the Minnesota Vikings. Pitch out, Pinkett, first carry of the day, and he gets only a yard or so. Bruce Smith with the tackle as we'll take